T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 30 seconds. We are go for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the NASA Social for the Crew-1 mission to the International Space Station.
Welcome back to the final segment of the NASA Virtual Social for the Crew-1 mission. I'm your host, Bethany Hall. For over 20 years, we have been living, working, and conducting research on the International Space Station. It has been one of our most valuable assets for learning about how the space affects the human body. Today we are going to be talking with two students who competed in the Genes in Space Challenge. For those of you unfamiliar with the challenge, let's take a quick look at this video.
T-minus 10, 9, 8.
Genes in Space is a science competition inviting students to make a real contribution to space exploration through DNA analysis. Students in grades 7 through 12 design DNA research proposals and become pioneers in space biology. Winners will participate in Space Biology Camp and watch their experiments launch to the International Space Station.
3, 2, 1.
I want to first start by introducing Dr. Matt Smith. Dr. Smith served as the mentor for Finsam Samson and Yujie Wang. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Just a reminder, you can ask questions, or guest questions, by typing them in the chat window. Dr. Smith, tell me a little bit more about how you got involved with Genes in Space.
Yeah, great. My name is Matthew Smith. I've been a mentor at Genes in Space for the last 2.5 years. And while I've been a mentor there, I've also been getting my PhD from Harvard in the subject of biology. And there I've been working under the mentorship and in the research lab of Dr. Benjamin de Bivort. And there I actually was interested in understanding individuality in behavior. And we'll hear probably in the next few minutes how that's relevant to the experiment of Yujie and Finsam and what we've actually come to refine and we're going to send up to the International Space Station. So prior to my work at getting my PhD at Harvard, I was at Michigan State University where I studied biochemistry and molecular biology. And that's actually kind of the first place where I got involved in research, also through a mentorship program. So Genes in Space definitely holds a special place in my heart as another way where I can help engage younger scientists and get them ready for answering the big questions of the future. And so over the last year, I had the honor and privilege to work with Yujie and Finsam to take their original proposal and kind of fine-tune it and work with them to do a lot of the groundwork to troubleshoot and get a working, tangible experiment to send to the incredible scientists at NASA and eventually get sent up to the ISS, International Space Station, to be conducted by the team there. And it's been a really wonderful collaborative experience by the greater Genes in Space team, including another mentor, Dennis Atabey. And with that, I'll pass to Finsam to do an introduction to himself.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Finsam Samson. Very excited to get questions from you all. Yujie and I entered Genes in Space a year and a half ago as seniors at Troy High School in Troy, Michigan. We proposed a study that was looking at how spaceflight can impact neural function, our nervous system. Since then, I'm currently a sophomore at Stanford University studying computer science with an interest in biocomputation. And this summer, I actually interned at NASA's Ames Research Center with the Gene Lab group doing work there. So yeah, pleasure to meet you all. Yujie?
Hello, as Finsam just mentioned, my name is Yujie Wang, and I work with Finsam in my senior year of high school, developing a proposal and eventually getting through to the finalist stage and finally getting selected, as you saw in the video. I was really interested in computational biology in my senior year of high school, and to some degree, I still am. I am still doing computer science, actually. I'm currently a sophomore at UC Berkeley studying computer science and electrical engineering. I am also pretty active in the space-related sphere. At UC Berkeley, I am in several extracurricular activities that do space-related projects. For example, this semester, I'll be leading a project that is developing a Planck growth chamber for use on the International Space Station.
Okay, Dr. Smith, can you tell us more about how they got to the point where their research is going to be launching to the International Space Station?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way the Genes in Space mentoring program kind of is conducted is first we get research proposals from across the nation. And so in this particular year, we had over 750 different applications. And Finsam and Yujie's application definitely stuck out to us as being incredibly well researched and such a really novel and interesting idea. And so from that, they were picked as a finalist, so one of 5 groups. And there they were paired with a mentor, who I mentioned before, Dr. Dennis Atabey, who was getting his PhD from MIT, where they were to refine that proposal into a very nice presentation to present at the International Space Station Research and Development Conference. And so from that, they were chosen as the winners after doing an incredible job presenting their research and outlining how this experiment can actually be conducted, where they then were working with myself and again, the greater Genes in Space team to actually, refine what model organism we're going to use, actually conducting the experiment, looking at some of the raw data, and then, eventually refining that protocol to move forward.
Well, that's super exciting. And you mentioned before that there were over 700 proposals that theirs was selected from. So what was that moment like for you? And this question is more for Finsam and Yujie. What was that moment like when you were at that conference and you heard that your proposal had been selected?
So I feel that I was actually Finsam had previously gone to a Genes in Space conference before because he has been a previous winner. I was really inundated by a lot of the science that was going on at the conference. I felt really positive because people were taking my research seriously. People saw that my proposal had merit, and I also saw that there's this vibrant community around space-related research and just vibrancy in research in general. And it has sort of inspired me to go into research. In my freshman year at Berkeley, I undertook a research project in the biosciences department related to computational biology. And next semester, I'll also be looking for more research opportunities. Genes in Space has really increased my confidence and really made me think about whether research is a good career path for me as a computer scientist.
Yeah. I would definitely say that moment where our names were called, it was just a mixture of so many emotions, and that, wow, this, at that point, I would say 4 to 6 months long effort, wow, it has come to fruition, and we're gonna make this a reality. It was really a new beginning, even though the launch that's happening on Saturday is also a really new beginning that we're really excited to get going. But yeah, it was just a mix of emotions. So much excitement to be had. that day.
So your research was going to be conducted by the astronauts on board the International Space Station. Do you have any expectations for what you might find out?
So yeah, I can start here. Our experiment, we're basically establishing a proof of concept. We want to see what kinds of changes we can notice in neural tissue, in the nervous system, in space, and establish the methods on the ISS, the International Space Station, by which we can detect such changes. Matt or Yujie?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great way to put it. And yeah, I think what's cool is that we've done a lot of the groundwork, working in the lab, kind of where I've been conducting my PhD work. So we do, and because of the system that we're using, we do have pretty clear hypothesis as to what to expect. And in terms of the effects of microgravity, I think we have pretty clear, based on the findings from previous experiments, we think that there shouldn't be too much of a difference or effect of microgravity on this proof of concept experiment.
Okay. What advice would you give students who would like to get involved with Genes in Space?
So I would definitely say do research on what you're interested in. I found that I've always been really interested in biology ever since I was a little kiddo. I did I have read a lot of science articles, pop sci articles, and ever since I became more seriously interested in potentially pursuing a computational biology degree, I have been doing some background research, reading some of the newest literature, all the hottest scientific journals, for example, and I'm sure Finsam has done the same as, so yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say find something you're passionate about, see what's out there, see what people are talking about in science, and if something stands out to you, pursue it, especially if it's something you're passionate about. Find out mentors in science, people who can help guide you, people that you can seek advice from more directly than us just giving you advice, but definitely read a ton, read stuff about things that you're really passionate in, and find people that can be your mentors, especially.
Now, Finsam, you actually did an internship at NASA Ames, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, what did you do while you were there?
Yeah, I was with NASA's Gene Lab group, and they're essentially a website, but also a repository. They host a lot of space biology data from research, such as our experiment, actually, that was conducted both on the ISS and in a bunch of space-related missions. And my work there was really bioinformatics work, helping work through their data sets and establish new capabilities for some visualization tools that they're planning to launch in the future. Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about internships, just for those students watching, if you want to look for opportunities, you can go to intern.nasa.gov, and the opportunities will be listed there. So, you're going to see your research launch tomorrow. Where will you be watching from?
So I'll be watching from home because I really want to spend this time with my family to see this monumental achievement in my young life. Let's just say I will probably be I have a younger brother, and I'll probably be right beside him, and he will maybe freak out, maybe not. And I am really excited to see how my family reacts to this achievement, and hopefully they will be encouraging, and they will be just as excited as I am tomorrow.
Yes, I would say very similarly. I'm going to be glued to the TV, or the device that I will watch from tomorrow, with spending that time with my family, showing my sister. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome time. Really looking forward to it.
Yep, and I'll be watching from my apartment in Chicago. Also glued to the TV, but close to Lake Michigan, so nice, pretty views.
Well, thank you all so much for being with us today. We definitely wish you luck in all of your future endeavors. And what do you plan? What does the future hold for you? As you prepare your sophomores now in college, what do you plan on doing once you graduate?
Great. So I would definitely say that I'm looking forward to any sort of opportunities out there in space biology, computational biology, and getting involved, pursuing this interest I have in how spaceflight can really impact neural function, and just learning more about that, and advancing the field of health in general. Don't have specifics, but definitely looking to pursue that more in the future.
Yeah, along the lines of what Finsam just said, I am also really interested in computational biology. I think that perhaps doing this research project has cemented my interest in research in general. I've done previous research projects, but this has been a really positive experience, as have the previous ones. So I'm really encouraged to pursue a master's or PhD and go further into academia.
Once again, thank you all for being here with us today, and thank all of you who have watched us and been with us for each of our segments. This is the end of the NASA Virtual Crew-1 Social. We hope you will join us on launch day during the live broadcast coverage. It is at nasa.gov/live, and we hope to see you then. Thank you.